Hey everybody, welcome back. One more, and I think after this maybe there's one more coming, but that's it for a while. Just I've run out of funds. I don't have any more guitars that I honestly need at this point, and I'm not in a position where I am endorsed by anybody or get any promotional gear that is sent to me that I can review. Everything I buy is bought by me out of my funds. So unfortunately, I'm not independently wealthy, and it's coming to an end. I'll have to have some other content. But let's talk about the guitar at hand right here, which first off, this is going to be just an informational only video. No playing, guys. So if you're looking for playing or hearing what this thing sounds like, you can check something else out, because this particular video is just going to be first impression of this guitar and a little bit about the situation here. So, reason I bought it, you can see it's a T-style or Telecaster style guitar. I currently don't have, at least in my collection, a Telecaster style guitar. Either traded them out, sold them, whatever. So I needed that. Secondly, I never had one that had this configuration, which is the humbucker in the neck and the traditional single coil in the bridge. That was intriguing to me. Most importantly was that it was a stupid deal of the day in the price. So I fell for this, or shouldn't say fell for it. I bought one of these stupid deal of the day ASAT classics before, and I'm going to put a link up there, that corner. A little eye on it. If you click on it, that will have my review of the ASAT Classic True Tele configuration that I bought a while ago, which has, a typical Tele configuration: a single in the bridge, single in the neck, and it was $269.99. Well, I fell for it, or I bought it at that point, and this time they had the same deal, $269.99. Now these ASAT Classics normally sell for $449.99. But here's the rub now, which is interesting. There's many different flavors of this ASAT Classic guitar. Okay? Some are listed at $449, some are listed at $549.99. This guy was on sale for $269.99. Now there's been a lot of discussion on these forums about Musician's Friend stupid deals of the day not really being the same guitar as the G&L Tribute ASAT Classic guitar. The stupid deal of the day is always listed as a limited edition G&L. This particular one, at least, was limited edition G&L Placentia, Placentia, which I think is a new model, and it's a very poor name for a model, because it sounds very close to placenta or polenta, which is not a good name for a guitar. But in any event, Placentia or Placentia is apparently a location in California, not far from Fullerton, where G&L is located. So, whatever. That's the model. It is a ASAT Classic Bluesboy guitar, meaning that it's got the single coil in the bridge and the humbucker in the neck. So, here is some confusion now. So when I was looking for the specs, when I first bought this thing, there wasn't many on Musician's Friend under stupid deal of the day. In fact, conflicting specs. It was originally listed as having a sassafras body, wood body, which sassafras is a little higher end. It's almost like swamp ash for the body. This is not sassafras. It is poplar. Number one. Number two, there was confusion over what pickups are used. A lot of questions I saw on forums as to, are these pickups the good pickups that were in some of the tributes, like the same as the USA model pickups? No, they're not. So first off, let's talk about some of the differences. So if you look on Musician's Friend or Guitar Center, they're one and the same, by the way. You look on their website, and you look for a tribute, G&L Tribute ASAT Classic Bluesboy guitar, you're going to see different configurations, but the closest one to this is listed for $549.99, and it has a poplar body, but the back of the guitar has a belly carve. This does not. I would prefer a belly carve. Beggars can't be choosy. This does not. It also has a rosewood fretboard. This has a maple fretboard. It has 22 medium jumbo frets, which this has. The guitar is made in Indonesia, that model. This model is made in China. Okay? Here. See it on the back of the headstock. Made in China. The other difference is the tuners clearly are different on the 549.99 one. These have G&L stamped on them. The others are a different shape and don't have G&L stamped on them. What else? Saddles on the bridge. You can see here. Let's look here. Better shot. This looks like a pot metal cheap bridge on the guitar. Clearly no brass saddles, and it's not vintage style bridge. The G&L that's $549.99 that's made in Indonesia clearly has brass saddles, clearly has a vintage style bridge on the guitar, so it's different in that respect. Pickups, which are probably one of the more important things on the guitar. The $549.99 model that is manufactured in Indonesia has a G&L alnico humbucker in the neck and a G&L MFD pickup in the bridge. Not that much difference here, guys. So this has apparently a Cort manufactured humbucker in the neck, and I believe it's described as still having the MFD G&L pickup in the bridge. So not that much difference. When we plug it in and play it, we'll see how the thing sounds, but I can live with that. I mean, that's not really that different than the one that's made in Indonesia. The thing is, rumor has it that this is now manufactured by Cort in China. So it's probably a different manufacturing facility, possibly different components. Quality, I don't know, but that remains to be seen. But they very well may use less expensive components to hit that $269.99 price point for a stupid deal of the day. The components here, these knurled pots for the volume and the tone feel okay. They have nice tension in them. They don't feel cheap. Three-way switch doesn't feel that great. It doesn't have that nice firm feel. It's got more of a loose feel, so I hope that this is not something that breaks in short order, but hopefully it won't. Pickguard on here is a 3-ply pickguard. It's black. So the other thing is this color you're not going to find anywhere. It's called Espresso. It's sold out on special deal of the day. Can't be found on any of the Guitar Center or Musician's Friend websites. I don't know if it was a one-off and that was that, or they're going to be making more of these and getting them back in, but this particular color Espresso is gone. What else? The model, Placentia, seems to be a new model, so maybe it's one of their lower end G&L models that have just come out. It appears to be a brand new model. Not much on it. Trying to think. So the guitar itself, let's talk about the guitar itself a little bit. So you can see here this Espresso color does have a little bit, not how well in the light with all the glare you can see though, you can see the wood through the color of the varnish on the guitar. So there is a little bit of wood grain. Not much, not very prominent, but you can see it. If you turn it around, it is a string through, and it does have the 4-screw plate on the neck. No G&L embossed logo or anything on it, just a plain 4-screw plate on the neck. But you can see the grain of the guitar on the back. Again, would love it if it had a belly carve up here, but it doesn't. And again, at this price point, you can't expect much. The neck joint is clean. There was not any gap or any spacing, no stress cracks. Everything came nice out of the box. The fret ends are sharp, a little bit, not bad. A little bit of fret sprout, probably dry. The fretboard is extremely dry, so that might result in why we have a little bit of sharp frets, but it's scratchy, gritty, very dry, so this has to be tended to, and the frets probably a little bit, but again, for this price, I'm not complaining about that. Headstock is your typical G&L headstock. You can see here, It does say Placentia series under G&L, and it does say ASAT Classic. So although they're calling this the Tribute, I'm wondering now, because there's so little information on this guitar, if this is yet another series, brand new, called Placentia as opposed to Tribute. Or if this is a Tribute Placentia series guitar. Yet another thrown in word for this Blues Boy model. Don't know. But the neck it's a 9.5 inch radius. Again, I mentioned that it does have a matte finish to the back of the neck. Very comfortable feeling neck. Nut on the guitar is described as being bone, so I'm assuming and trusting them that it is a bone nut. It's nicely cut. You can see on the neck there is a little bit of figuring on the wood, which is kind of attractive on the maple, which is nice, as well as the back of the neck. What else are we talking about here? 22, I said medium jumbo frets. I think that's it, guys. The tuners themselves are G&L's tuners. They're listed as 18-to-1. I don't know if they're 18-to-1 or not, but I can tell you right now, just from playing with them, they're not slipping and they're not sticking. They seem to be working fine. And in fact, when I did a couple of initial tunes, it does lock in to the notes without going flat or sharp. So I think these tuners are going to be fine, these sealed tuners for the guitar. Does have a serial number on the headstock, although it's very faint, but they do stamp a serial number on the headstock. Yeah, guys, so what's the difference? Probably a little bit less quality. Does it matter to an average Joe? No. Whether this thing has the slightly better pickups on it, or the brass saddles to the bridge, or you know, the belly carve is something that's obviously a comfort thing. I would like that. But the fact that it would be made in Indonesia versus China doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'm not going to notice any difference in my playing because of those things. But if you're a guitarist and you play out and you want possibly a better quality pickup, or you want the bridge that is clearly a better bridge than this, with the vintage style bridge and brass saddles, and again, pickups questionable whether they're better or not, but they're different. Maybe you like a rosewood fretboard. You know, those are the main things. The tuners might be slightly better on that model. For me, I can't justify the extra couple of $100. This is a great deal at $269.99. If it holds up and if it sounds good, that remains to be seen. But guys, there appears to be clearly differences with these limited edition, made for Guitar Center, because these guitars are made for Guitar Center and made for Musician's Friend. So because of that, these promotions, they may be, you know, limited stock, certain quantity made, possibly at a different plant, which this appears to be, for a lower quality price and entry price point. But again, I don't have any complaints so far about this guy. Seems to be a good guitar, seems to be made well. The maple neck is a two-piece maple neck, so you can see here clearly the neck is laid over, maple is laid over the other piece of maple on the back of the neck, so it's not a solid piece of maple. The guitar, I would say, is your average telly weight, whatever that might be. I haven't weighed it yet, but feels like maybe around 8 pounds. What else? That's it. I think I listed most of the stuff I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions about this guitar, and again, there's not much information on it because it seems to be a brand new model, nothing posted really, fire them below. Do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. If you find these videos informational and helpful to you, please subscribe. And as always, guys, put this down. Until the next time, be well and stay safe. And I'll be back with a demo, a playing demo of the guitar, so you can hear what it sounds like at a later point. Stay well.